Guess who getting cheated on? Not me.
The baby rumors?
Who is that?
You.
Oh, my personal life? I told you.
No one is safe from the storm of celebrity drama, not even the brightest stars who seem untouchable. And right now, NFL wide receiver Stefon Diggs, already in the spotlight for his headline-making relationship with Cardi B, finds himself at the very center of a scandal that has shaken both the sports world and the entertainment industry. A shocking lawsuit claims Diggs secretly fathered a 5-month-old baby with model Lord Gisselle, while at the same time, he's preparing to welcome a child with Cardi B. The timing, the drama, and the stakes couldn't be higher.
Stefon Diggs, congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. How are you feeling about that? And that this will be baby number 4?
As details unfold, the internet is in overdrive. Some fans are crying foul, saying this is just another case of a woman clout-chasing a wealthy athlete. Others argue that where there's smoke, there might be fire, and Diggs' request for a DNA test only adds fuel to the blaze. But one thing is certain, this isn't just about a child. It's about reputations, relationships, and the delicate balance between fame, family, and truth. According to court documents, Aileen LaPera, better known as Lord Gisselle, filed papers back in December 2024 while still pregnant, asking the court to establish parental rights for her unborn baby. At the time, she sought sole physical and legal custody, allowing Diggs only visitation. That alone raised eyebrows because if Diggs wasn't the father, why file? But if he was, why keep him at arm's length? The questions came fast, and the answers, they're still unfolding. Now, here's where the story gets even more complicated. The baby girl, reportedly named Charlie Harper Diggs Lopra, was born in April. With the child now 5 months old, Gisselle insists Diggs is the father, while Diggs himself contests the claim, demanding genetic testing to prove whether or not this child is truly his. For fans, this split in narratives has created 2 camps, those who stand with Diggs and those who sympathize with Giselle's fight for recognition. And let's not forget Cardi B, who is caught right in the middle of this firestorm. The Grammy-winning rapper is not only preparing to drop her highly anticipated sophomore album, Am I the Drama?, but she's also carrying Diggs' child, her 4th baby overall. While she's trying to keep her focus on music, motherhood, and moving forward, this scandal could not have come at a worse time. And fans are asking, how will Cardi handle the heat? Will she stand by her man? Or will this lawsuit push her patience to the breaking point? To make matters even juicier, Diggs already has an 8-year-old daughter, Nova, from a previous relationship. He's no stranger to co-parenting, responsibility, and the complications that come with fame. But this is a new battlefield. Because if the DNA proves him to be Charlie's father, Diggs would not only have to split custody, but also share expenses with Gisselle. It's not just about diapers and child support. It's about how his future with Cardi might change forever. Now, here's the question we all need to consider. Is Stefon Diggs hiding something, or is he simply protecting himself from false allegations? His silence has been deafening, leaving fans to speculate wildly. Cardi's supporters point out that Diggs has shown nothing but love for her publicly, even commenting on her Instagram, calling himself 100% team boy. But Giselle's camp insists Diggs must eventually acknowledge the baby she claims is his. And just when you think this couldn't get messier, let's remember that Offset, Cardi's estranged husband, is still a looming presence in the background. Cardi already shares 3 children with him, Culture, Wave, and Blossom, and their rocky history is no secret. Now, with Diggs entering fatherhood alongside Cardi, all while denying another child at the same time, you can't help but wonder, will Offset have something to say about all this? Or will he sit back and watch as the drama plays out? This story is far from over, and the legal battle is only just beginning. In the next section, we're diving deeper into the court filings, Giselle's demands, and Diggs' bold legal counterattack. But let me warn you, what you're about to hear will leave you questioning who's telling the truth and who's spinning the story. Stay tuned, because this is where things get very, very interesting. When we peel back the layers of this lawsuit, the details are staggering. Court documents show that in December 2024, while still pregnant, Lord Gisselle wasn't just filing papers to establish parental rights, She was already demanding sole physical and legal custody of the unborn child. For many observers, this was a red flag. Why request such an extreme arrangement before the baby was even born? Some believe it shows foresight that she knew Diggs would resist claiming the child. Others argue it was a strategic move, a way to establish control from the start. But Diggs, being the seasoned athlete and public figure that he is, didn't stay quiet in legal terms. He filed a formal response contesting the claim of paternity. That's right, Stefon Diggs is not just brushing this aside. He is standing firm, demanding genetic testing to determine whether or not he is truly the father of Charlie Harper. And fans, let's be honest, this changes everything. Because if Diggs is right, this entire lawsuit collapses. But if he's wrong, then the scandal takes on a life of its own. Let's talk about the stakes. If the DNA test confirms Diggs is the father, he has already asked for joint legal and physical custody. That means he's not about to be sidelined from this child's life. He's drawing a line in the sand saying, "If this is my daughter, I will be present, but it will be on equal terms." Not only that, but he's also pushing for shared financial responsibilities. Translation? He doesn't want to be seen as a paycheck. He's making it clear he expects fairness, accountability, and recognition on both sides. Now, from Giselle's perspective, this is personal. Her attorney, Tamar G. Armanak, told People magazine, "My client looks forward to the day Mr. Diggs acknowledges and provides for his infant daughter in Los Angeles." Notice the choice of words there, acknowledges. It's not just about money, it's about validation, about forcing a public figure to recognize her child. That word alone has sparked heated debates online. Some fans say Giselle is simply fighting for her baby's rights. Others accuse her of chasing clout by tying her name to an NFL star. And as always, the internet is divided. On Twitter, some users blasted Diggs, writing things like, "How can you cheer for a man on Sunday if he won't even step up for his baby on Monday?" Meanwhile, his supporters fired back, arguing that DNA should speak louder than speculation. One fan posted, "Don't crucify the man until you see the results. Too many athletes get set up like this." But here's the twist. This lawsuit isn't just about Diggs and Giselle. It has ripple effects directly touching Cardi B. While Cardi has not commented publicly on the paternity case, her silence is almost louder than words. Fans are dissecting every move she makes, every post, every lyric. Is she ignoring the scandal to protect her peace? Or is she calculating her response behind the scenes? Cardi is no stranger to public battles, but this one is different. This one involves her unborn child's father. Meanwhile, Diggs is trying to keep his focus on football. But with reporters now circling, asking pointed questions about baby news, his off-the-field life is impossible to ignore. His quick, deflective comment, "I heard about that," when asked about Cardi's pregnancy shows just how cautious he's being. He's already living in a pressure cooker, balancing the intensity of his NFL career with the glare of gossip headlines. And it doesn't end there. The timeline itself is messy. If Giselle filed in December 2024 while pregnant, that means her relationship, or at least her encounter, with Diggs would have taken place not long before his romance with Cardi began to heat up. That overlap has fans questioning just how complicated his love life truly is. Was he juggling relationships? Was he already moving on with Cardi while Giselle was carrying his alleged child? These questions strike at the heart of the drama, making this not just a legal case but a full-blown scandal of loyalty, trust, and timing. And while the courts will decide the facts, the court of public opinion is already in session. Thousands of fans are already casting their verdicts on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter threads. Some believe Diggs' request for shared custody, if proven the father, shows responsibility. Others think it's all smoke and mirrors, an attempt to control the narrative and protect his image. But here's what's undeniable. This case is now bigger than Diggs or Giselle. It's a cultural moment where sports, music, and celebrity collide in the most explosive way possible. And while Cardi prepares for her album release, the shadow of this lawsuit looms large. Because if the DNA results go public, it could reshape not only Diggs' reputation, but Cardi's personal life and professional image. In the next section, we'll unravel the timeline of Cardi's journey with Diggs, her reaction to the mounting scandal, and how this could affect her highly anticipated Little Miss Drama tour. And trust me, you won't want to miss the bombshells waiting there. Let's rewind the clock and look closely at Cardi B's relationship with Stefon Diggs, because the timeline is where all the cracks begin to show. Cardi and Diggs went public with their romance in early 2024, though whispers about the pair began circulating months before. At first, fans dismissed it as just another rumor. Cardi had been linked to celebrities before, and Diggs, with his reputation as a charismatic NFL star, was no stranger to gossip. But then the paparazzi shots started rolling in. The late-night dates, the hand-holding at events, and eventually, the confirmation that this wasn't just a fling. It was the real deal. Now, enter December 2024. As we revealed earlier, this is the exact time Lord Gisselle filed her lawsuit, claiming Diggs was the father of her unborn child. You don't need to be a detective to see the overlap. Cardi and Diggs were already stepping into the public eye together, while behind the scenes, legal papers were being drawn up about another woman and another child. This is the messy intersection of celebrity, romance, and scandal, and it leaves everyone asking, just how much did Cardi know? Sources close to Cardi insist that she wasn't blindsided. One insider told gossip outlets that Cardi knew about past entanglements before committing to Diggs, but chose to stand by him. That detail is crucial. Cardi has been through public heartbreak before. Remember, Offset's alleged infidelities were splashed across headlines for years. Cardi, hardened by that experience, might have decided that she wasn't going to let old flames dictate her future. But this lawsuit isn't just whispers of cheating. It's a 5-month-old baby, a legal battle, and a potential scandal that could overshadow her biggest career moves. And speaking of career moves, the timing couldn't be more complicated. Cardi is gearing up for the release of her sophomore album, Am I the Drama?, a title that now feels eerily prophetic. With the album dropping September 19th, followed by the Little Miss Drama tour, all eyes were supposed to be on her music, her artistry, her comeback to the top of the charts. Instead, the spotlight has shifted to her personal life, with Diggs' lawsuit threatening to steal the narrative. But Cardi, being Cardi, knows how to handle the storm. In her interview with Gayle King, she gave fans a glimpse into how she's coping, balancing pregnancy, career, and controversy. Her words were powerful. I've been putting in all this work, but I'm doing all this work while I'm creating a baby. For her, this moment isn't about scandal. It's about resilience. She's building a family while building an empire, and that duality is something her fans deeply admire. Still, the internet can't help but speculate. Is Cardi ignoring the lawsuit because she knows the truth will absolve Diggs? Or is she strategically staying silent to avoid fueling the fire? Some fans argue that Cardi is quietly preparing her response, waiting for the right moment to clap back. Others think she's deliberately refusing to give Gisselle the spotlight, refusing to let another woman control her narrative. And here's where the story takes a twist. While Cardi has remained outwardly composed, Diggs has been vocal in showing support. When Cardi posted about her upcoming projects, Diggs jumped into the comments with a message that made headlines. Proud of you for staying focused. In a separate comment, he even declared himself 100% team boy, hinting at his excitement for their baby. That level of public affirmation isn't just about romance. It's about control of the narrative. Diggs is telling the world where his loyalties lie, but not everyone is convinced. Critics point out that while Diggs is quick to cheer Cardi on Instagram, he's far more reserved when it comes to addressing the lawsuit. To them, it's selective transparency, open about the good, silent about the bad. Fans have even accused him of hiding behind Cardi's fame to shield himself from scrutiny. One viral tweet read, "Stefon loves being Cardi's man when it's convenient, but where's that energy when it comes to this paternity case?" That sentiment has gained traction, with thousands of likes and retweets. Meanwhile, Cardi's fan base, the Barda Gang, has gone into full defense mode. They've flooded timelines with hashtags like #TeamCardi and #DramaFree, arguing that Cardi shouldn't be dragged into Diggs' past when she's focused on her present and future. For them, this is a classic case of haters trying to dim Cardi's shine. But as much as fans want to protect her, the truth remains. The outcome of this lawsuit could directly impact Cardi's relationship, her family, and even her brand. If Diggs is proven to be the father, the headlines will be relentless. If he's not, the accusations alone will still leave a stain. Either way, the drama isn't going anywhere, and Cardi knows it. And here's the cliffhanger. While Cardi continues to prepare for motherhood and music, there are whispers that Offset, her estranged husband, has thoughts of his own about this scandal. Could he seize this moment to reinsert himself into the narrative? In the next section, we'll explore Offset's rumored reaction and how his history with Cardi adds yet another layer of tension to this already explosive story. When a storm like this hits, you can almost guarantee one name will pop up: Offset. Cardi B's estranged husband, the father of her 3 children, and a man who has been both her partner and her pain for nearly a decade. And sure enough, whispers have already begun circulating that Offset has plenty to say about this latest chapter in Cardi's life. Now, let's be clear. Offset hasn't made any grand public statements yet, but insiders close to the rapper claim he's been paying attention, watching carefully as Cardi and Diggs make headlines for all the wrong reasons. According to one source, Offset allegedly feels vindicated, like the tables have turned. While he was often painted as the villain during his marriage to Cardi, now Diggs is under fire, accused of fathering a secret baby while preparing for fatherhood with Cardi. But here's where the plot thickens. Offset is no stranger to scandal himself. Infidelity rumors plagued his relationship with Cardi for years, and their split has been anything but smooth. Still, the thought of Diggs facing a paternity test while publicly romancing Cardi has some fans wondering, does Offset secretly feel a sense of schadenfreude? Is he watching from the sidelines with a smug grin thinking, now you see what it's like? Social media is ablaze with speculation. Some fans are convinced Offset will eventually use this moment to slide back into Cardi's orbit, whether publicly or privately. One viral tweet read, Offset somewhere laughing, polishing his chain, waiting for Cardi to realize Stefon ain't it. Another wrote, Offset was messy, but at least he never got sued for secret babies. These kinds of comments have fueled debates across TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. But not everyone is siding with Offset. In fact, many are quick to point out the hypocrisy. Offset's past behavior is well documented. Cheating allegations, messy public spats, and a divorce that still isn't officially finalized. For critics, Offset has no right to insert himself into this drama, and if he does, it will only highlight his own failings as a husband and father. This is the very heart of the storm. If the DNA test clears Diggs, then Cardi B and Stefon can move forward with their relationship untarnished, their growing family seen as a symbol of love prevailing against the odds. But if the test proves otherwise, then everything changes. Cardi will have to grapple with the reality that the man she's chosen to heal her heart may have been hiding a secret family all along. Insiders say Cardi is putting on a brave face for now, focusing on her pregnancy, her children, and the rollout of her sophomore album, Am I the Drama, which drops September 19th. She knows the world is watching. Every move she makes, every word she speaks, will be dissected and debated in the court of public opinion. And she's no stranger to that spotlight. Cardi has lived her entire career under its glare. But even for someone as resilient as Cardi, the pressure is mounting. On one hand, she's celebrating what should be the happiest time of her life. Expecting a new baby, launching a new album, and planning a massive tour. On the other hand, she's walking headfirst into a legal storm that could shake her new relationship to its core. Meanwhile, Diggs himself continues to straddle two worlds, the public face of a supportive partner and the private reality of a man fighting accusations in court. His brief but telling comment online, 100% team boy, showed fans that he's still invested in Cardi and their baby. Yet critics argue that his silence on the lawsuit speaks volumes. Is he protecting his family's privacy? Or is he hiding something more? And then there are the lawyers. Giselle's attorney has already made it clear. Her client is not backing down. She wants Diggs to take responsibility, both emotionally and financially, for the child she claims is his. The legal filings paint a picture of a woman determined to secure stability for her daughter, no matter the cost. For Cardi, this presents an impossible dilemma. How do you balance loyalty to the man you love with the risk that his past could become your present nightmare? Fans are torn, some urging her to stand by Diggs, others begging her to walk away before history repeats itself. The hashtags tell the story. Shocked justice for Cardi, shocked TeamDiggs, Lord Gisselle, all trending in heated debates across Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. And then there's the legacy question. Cardi B has always been more than just a rapper. She's a cultural force, a lightning rod, a woman who built an empire from nothing. But how she navigates this scandal could redefine her for years to come. Will she emerge stronger, a queen who stood tall through the storm? Or will this be the beginning of cracks in her empire, the moment where the drama overshadowed the music? As fans wait for answers, one thing is certain. The final chapter of this story hasn't been written yet. With the DNA test still pending, the lawsuit still active, and Cardi's baby on the way, the future remains uncertain. And that uncertainty is exactly what keeps the world glued to every headline, every tweet, every whisper. So here's the big question for you. The viewers, the fans, the gossip lovers who've been with us every step of the way. Do you believe Stefon Diggs is innocent? Or is there more to this story than meets the eye? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because this isn't just a scandal, it's a saga. And trust me, we'll be here to bring you every twist, every turn, and every shocking reveal. Because if there's one thing we've learned from Cardi B, it's this: the drama never stops, it only evolves. And when the next chapter drops, you already know, it's going to break the internet.